The Super Bowl, or in this case, the Super Lull. Get it? Because the game was boring. A terrible game for the Chiefs. The Philadelphia Eagles won. Congratulations for them. It's just another excuse for them to burn down their city.
Revelers also took down multiple poles, including this traffic light. Multiple fires were set in dumpsters. A linen truck was stolen from Lowe's Hotel. The sheets and towels were dumped and set on fire. A few stores woke up to bashed in windows.
In the course of the Super Bowl, a lot of things happened. Kendrick mumbled. Was Kendrick telling us something very important? The secrets of the universe, the cure for cancer? We don't know yet. Or was he just saying random nonsense? I'll let you be the judge. President Trump was there and he got a massive applause. And you can't quite say the same for Taylor Swift. And it would appear that America is healing. There were two really amazing commercials at the beginning, right off the bat, that were extremely patriotic and reminded me of when I was growing up, when being American was cool, being patriotic was just in the air, and it was amazing. However, it wasn't without its little inserts of wokeness that we'll get to here in a second. So we're going to break down the top 2 commercials and the worst 2 commercials. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with me or if you agree with me. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe.
A game that teaches us what we can achieve when we gather together in that most American of formations. The one most fundamental to every play call in every game. The huddle. Think about it. When we are bound by a common goal, we've reached heights, authored achievements, pushed progress, not alone, but together, in ways that have lifted the world and one another.
Although we need to reinforce here and here.
The huddle is a metaphor for our history, for the power found in our shared purpose. It's in the will to imagine flight, and then soar skyward.
They changed the course of human history.
In the courage to fight and defeat the enemy.
In the toughest fight in the history of the Marine.
In the heart to unite and bridge the difference.
Sisters and brothers, I have a dream today. 3, 2, 1.
Liftoff on Apollo 11.
It's in the audacity to say, we will go there.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
You see that? Man, honestly, you watch that and you get emotional. It's like, it's just powerful. It just makes you feel proud to be an American. It makes you feel like we can do anything and our differences don't matter. And it doesn't matter where you come from or your background or where you started. You're an American. If you're an American, you're welcome here. We want you to be here. We want you to be proud of this. And we can do whatever we put our minds to. The entire reason for making this is to make us feel proud of our country. And I love it. I love it. I love it so much. It's by far my favorite one. The other one that they did, which was really good, was the Secret Service ad. And again, super patriotic.
America was founded on an idea of freedom. America's always stepped forward in time of need throughout our short but powerful history.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Tear down this wall.
We've been there for all of it.
The second plane hit the tower.
Our heroes are humble. They have an inner pride to keep this idea alive. Protectors are born, they're not made. America's Secret Service protecting this Super Bowl is asking a few more to step forward.
Man, do you feel it? I feel it. Do you feel that patriotism that's just like, hey, do you want to serve your great country and give back to all the great things that it's given you? Look at how great our country is. You can do so much. Man, it's just nice to have like an uplifting word. And it's crazy because apparently we're allowed to have white men in commercials again. I guess we're allowed to have that. Like these commercials are just chock full of white men and it's like I haven't seen you guys in so long. I'm expecting there to be a transgender, black, queer, wheelchair bound, fat lady telling me all about the amazement of, I don't know, something that I don't care about. And it's just like, oh, we can admit that there are white men in the country that actually do good things and they're not horrible people. It's just such a sigh of relief. And you see, like, we need you to give your life for the country for a good cause. Like, that kind of patriotism, that love of country. Oh, it's just awesome. I saw both of those and I was like, America's healed. We are so back. America is back, baby. We can be proud of who we are again. Things are going back to the way things were. We're not going to talk about how America is evil, how it's sexist, how it's racist, how it's this, how it's that. But not quite. We are not there just yet. We still have to talk about how America is very sexist. And we have to do it a lot, apparently. So the NFL and Nike both wanted to shove it down our throats that women are better than men in pretty much every way, and that women are constantly told that they can't do things and they are belittled by men and this and that, and men are terrible, and we need to uplift women and all this stuff. So here are my two least favorite Super Bowl commercials. Here's the first one.
Jaworski, you're on thin ice, mister.
Hey, Principal P.
Stop kicking your principal. Everybody's on thin ice.
What's this? A Dorkosaurus Rex?
Come on, Chad. I don't want any trouble.
Leave him alone. I'll kick your butt, Chad.
Hey, Chad. Check out the new girl.
Ew, what is she wearing?
Girls don't play football.
They do where I'm from.
Get a load of this one. Think fast.
You think fast. Right? The Jimmy Johnson.
This ain't over.
We just getting started, Chad.
Let's go, let's go! Sit down, sit down. Come on. There you go.
Ooh, new girl, bad.
Oh! Enough! Let's settle this once and for all. Your best guy?
Girl.
Whatever. Versus our best guy. The Brad.
Oh, not the Brad.
I'm Brad.
I can read.
There you go. You got folded up, Brad.
Get her!
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Are you inspired? Are you so inspired to leave the past behind by dunking on men and saying that men are constantly saying that women can't do things, and that if we had just had a fair fight, then men would always lose to women? Oh, go against the Brad. The Brad is this massive guy who, by the way, it looks like he's in his like 30s or 40s. They're terrible at casting high school, whatever. He shows up and he gets destroyed by this girl. He goes, ugh, and just lunges forward, and she does this amazing spin move. And then no one else can get her because she's just so great, so amazing. If you want to make the pitch to Americans that you want to make flag football a sport in all 50 states and you want high schools to do that, sure. And you want women to play it, okay, totally fine. I'm down for it. I think most Americans are down for it. What we're not down for is for you to shove it in our face and say, leave the past behind, while you are intentionally outright attacking men and saying that men are constantly saying, oh, You're a girl. You can't play football. You can't play football. Do you want to leave the past behind, or do you want to keep bringing it up over and over and over and over again? I'm fine to leave it behind. The funny thing is this ad does not have a very good like to dislike ratio. 4.3 thousand dislike it. I am one of them. 2.8 thousand have liked it. NFL. Let me just give you some advice. If you want Americans to like what you're doing, don't bash half of us as sexist. Okay? Just to start. Don't instantly dump on men if you want us to get behind you. Okay? You can learn something that the Democrats did not learn. You cannot bash on men over and over and over and expect us to be loyal subjects to you. Okay? All right. So that's the first commercial. The second one, not as bad, but it is still very like patronizing and saying that men are putting women down and women are oppressed and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Here we go.
You can't be demanding. You can't be relentless. You can't put yourself first. So, put yourself first. You can't be confident, so be confident. You can't challenge, so challenge. You can't dominate, so dominate. You can't flex, so flex. You can't fill a stadium, so fill that stadium. You can't be emotional, so be emotional. You can't take credit. You can't speak up. You can't be so ambitious. You can't break records. You can't have any fun. You can't make demands. Can't be proud. You can't keep score. You can't stand out. Whatever you do, you can't win. So win.
So this one's not as bad. It's not as on the nose. It doesn't explicitly show men acting like idiots, but it heavily implies it. It's basically saying people are constantly telling women not to do this, not to do that, not to do this, not to do that. I have grown up in a country that has told men all of those things. It is told that men should stop being ambitious. Men should stop being so this, so that. Men need to do this. Men need to do that. In fact, we're almost never even allowed to say what women should and shouldn't do. We're not even allowed to talk about it. We can't. You even bring up what you think women should and should not do in life, and you're going to get destroyed. Men, on the other hand, we can tell them all we want what the things they need to improve on. Who is telling women today that they can't win? Seriously, who is telling women that they should be less ambitious? There has never been a time in human history when ambitious women have been encouraged to continue to be ambitious. I hear women complain all the time that they wish that they would stop being encouraged to be like men, that they'd like to be encouraged to be like women. Imagine that if we encourage women to be women and men to be men. It's annoying, it's patronizing, it's a little on the nose, but I mean, it's not as hated as the other one. This video didn't get nearly as much hate. The hate to like this ratio is a little less. It's only 7K here. 7K liked it, 4.8 didn't like it. But I think if Nike wants to, again, if we want to be on your side, Nike, just put out an ad saying we love women in sports and we love women's sports and women's sports are great. That's fine. Everyone's going to get behind that. Who cares? In fact, it's Nike and woke companies that have been encouraging men to compete in women's sports. And then you actually can say women can't win. That's when you can say it. When you artificially put men into the sports where it's supposed to be just women and you pretend like they are women. That's the only time that you would say, well, yeah, she probably can't win because she's competing against the dude. And Nike is very guilty of that. Nike is one of the wokest companies. They're as woke as they come. Anyways, those are my least favorite, and those are my favorite Super Bowl ads. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with me or if you agree with me. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.